special effects show here at Universal Studios Hollywood. My name is Mike, and today we're going to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at how we create movie magic. Now, as you might know, the word movie is a nickname for motion picture. And in the earliest days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. Now, in the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns, like this one, which were widely used by traveling showmen to project images onto white backdrops. Now, just imagine, you're sitting in a darkened tent, when suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. Then, when viewed in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, that image seemed to come to life, creating a magical new world.
Your butts.
The basic concept of the movie-making process has remained the same, to make the audience believe that everything they see is real.
That's right. Now, today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super-fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive, they're called special.
And the oldest form of special effects are called practical effects. Those are done on set right in front of a camera. Our first example of practical effects, models. Universal's 1933 film The Mummy made use of miniature effects, including scale models like this one in its title sequence. Now we know that's a model because if you look very closely at the real pyramids, they don't have letters on them. As you know, Universal relaunched The Mummy in recent years, and the Sphinx you see in the opening shot there is this Sphinx you see right here. This is the actual model used during the filming. The attention to detail is unbelievable. Further proof that models are still a great way to pull the camera, right, Mike?
Absolutely. Now, another technique which was revolutionary for the time, but is still used today because it too fools the camera, is the glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to help achieve the eerie vision that he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look at the side screen. Now, in that literal bird's eye view of the town, only the parking lot and fire were real. Everything else was then painted on a piece of glass. This mat was then slid into place. Once that was done, they added footage of the birds, which helped to complete the effect.
Now we've shown you two forms of practical effects so far. First models, and now the glass mat.
Right, but there's also another type of practical effects that involves performers and props, practical stunts.
Somebody say stunts?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Special Effects Show Stunt Department.
Yeah! Right, come on. Why don't you and I get an awesome entrance like that?
We got these fancy pants on.
Oh, touche.
That's right. Now, you might not recognize these guys' faces, but you've definitely seen their work in numerous film and television productions. And a lot of times, they work as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. Now, Hey Joel, I don't mean to call you out, buddy, but what happened? No fancy entrance?
Show what you got.
Yeah! Now this right here, this is Mr. Joel Coryell. Over here we got Mr. Chris Giacomazzi and our stunt coordinator, Mr. Matthew Bellows. Welcome, guys. So, while I got you, let me ask you something. Would you say that almost always stunt performers like yourselves will double for actors during fight scenes?
Yeah, typically actors don't like getting kicked in the face.
Yeah. I'm sorry, kicked in the face?
Like so. And he's back up, he's ready for take two.
All right. Well, can you break that down for the audience? Just technically speaking.
Yeah, okay, so Joel's gonna stand there, and then I am going to kick him in the face.
All right, well, there you have it. You guys want to get set up? Now, when it comes to choreographing fight scenes, the art of illusion is incredibly important. Everything has to be as realistic as possible without anyone getting injured. And it's up to these guys to make it all believable. So, let me set the scene up for them. Now, exterior, dark alley, dead of night, and a couple of various characters are lurking about. Ready? And action! Nothing that our friends out in the audience should be trying at home, right?
That's correct.
Let me take the trash out. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Now, did you hear all those sound effects that were added? The dynamic punches being smashed into the dumpster, the baseball bat hit. There's actually a term for adding those sound effects, right, Ryan?
That's right, it's called foley. Now, some of you may have heard of the term foley, which is the process of adding sound effects to scenes after they've been shot, but do you know its origins? Jack Foley wore many hats. He was a silent movie director, a writer of westerns, even a stunt double. But when he started doing sound effects for Universal in the 20s, that's when he really made a name for himself. For over 30 years, Jack worked in Soundstage 10, right here on the Universal lot. If he couldn't recreate a sound in his soundstage, well, he just went out and got it. Using a technique called direct-to-picture, Foley and his small crew would record all of the sound effects for a finished movie in a single take. The synchronization with the actors' motions in the film needed to be perfect. One mistake meant the team had to start all the way over from the very beginning. To help show us a little bit about the art of Foley, please welcome our first volunteers.
Right, we've got the Tenka Bowler family all the way from Denmark.
Welcome. Thank you so much for helping us out today. They're going to help demonstrate how these simple items on this cart can be repurposed to sound like something completely different. For example, this water bottle could be used to articulate the sounds of breaking bones. Something like that. Now let's check out what they have to Foley. It's from Identity Thief, starring Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. Now while you watch, I want you to keep one eye on the scene, but also look right next to it at the Universal Foley artists hard at work. Check it out.
Now I have a plan.
Piece of cake, right? Yeah, you guys got this. A quick recap of their stations. Now, Dad, you are in charge of the handcuffs and the cowbell and spoon for that panini hit at the end. Cornelius, my birthday guy, you have the boxing gloves for those face smacks. Mom, you have the rolled up paper wrapped in tape and the cutting board for the body falls and the throat hit. And you, my dear, are in charge of the crash box, a box full of crashes, yeah? You guys ready? Well, remember, watch the screen, have lots of fun, make lots of noise. Let's go ahead and roll sound and action. only. Now comes one of my favorite parts of the show. We're going to take the actual sound and dialogue from that scene and add in your real Foley track we just recorded. So line up right here and let's watch the side screen and see how you did.
Get over here and give me your wrist. Okay? Now I have a plan.
Sorry, because a very funny comedy. Universal has made great films in every genre, but the studio has really made its mark over the decades by producing some of the industry's most memorable horror films. Let's take a look. Of some very special horror effects. And now, emerging from the shadows, I am joined on stage by some of the classic Universal monsters. We have maquettes of Dracula, Michael Myers, Chucky and his bride, Imhotep the Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and on the end there, Mother Bates. The perfect setting for our next demonstration. Ryan, who have we got to help us out here?
All right, everyone give a warm welcome to Megan helping us out today.
Very nice, Megan. Right here.
Perfect.
Now, Megan here was chosen because she has a very impressive scream. So Megan, let's say you're staying at the Bates Motel. Norman Bates appears out of nowhere with a giant knife. How do you scream?
Perfect.
Yes, exactly what we need. Now, you did see the fight scene, right, with the stuntman? Yes. Now, they have a very high pain threshold, Megan. The question is, do you?
Well, Megan,
Do you? Because our next demonstration involves movie blood. Now, does anyone out there know what Alfred Hitchcock used for blood in his film Psycho? Just shout out if you do. Oh, right there.
They're done.
All right, good.
well, Psycho is a black and white movie. They could do that. Nowadays, movie blood has to look much more realistic.
Yes, so thank you for giving us a hand, Megan.
Literally. Now remember, kids, do not try this at home.
Oh, thank you, Ryan. I always forget that. Yeah, try it in a friend's house.
Exactly. Here you go, my dear. Whichever hand you don't want.
Thank you very much. You make a fist and give me a good
There
bang.
you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Ah! You're not really going to use the machete. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I thinking? Of course, I'm not going to use the machete. I'm going to use this knife because it's much sharper.
There we go.
There we go, Megan. Yeah, make a fist again. I don't need a good. There, good pain. Okay, everyone, take a look at the side screens now, Megan. Just scream when you feel the pain on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. This is a classic cinematic horror technique. It's called a Hollywood blood knife. Now, this right here is a fake blade. You see right there? This cutout fit over Megan's arm right there. Now, on the handle here, we had a pump full of movie blood. And as you just see, it kind of just gets everywhere. It makes quite a bit messy.
You know what? That was a little too realistic. Thank you, Megan. Good job. It's so easy.
You know, Megan, let's you and I, we're going to move away. We're making a crime scene here. Let's get out of the way. We'll let them take this out of here. And I promised you a picture, didn't I? So you're going to open up your camera for me there. We'll open up the phone app. And we'll move into our graveyard here. Now, you've seen these movies before, these characters, right? Okay, so the setting is they're coming out of the graves to get you. Stand in the center, like right here. Okay, I'm going to come on over here. Now, how would you react if you were in a horror movie and they're chasing you? Give me a reaction. You're just going to smile and Dale, or you're kind of like, oh, perfect. All right, Megan, right here. Ready on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go home. Wow. You should see the look on your face. Oh wait, you can. Perfect. This is for you, Megan. Let's hear a round of applause for Megan here. Now, that blunt knife is an old school Hollywood technique that is used all the time. But we're now going to talk about visual effects. These are effects created through the use of computers, one of which is called motion capture or mocap. And to help us demonstrate this, please welcome back my co-host, Ryan. I know where it's funny, but you're all right?
Stay in school, kids.
You ready to do this?
You know, man.
All right, can we get our perimeter sensors, please, guys? Now, every one of those markers on Ryan's suit is reflecting light back into a sensor, which then will capture that as movement in the computer. Now, guys, can we get our capture as well? To see from that, we built a digital skeleton of all the reflected light. All right, Ryan, let's start off simple. Just do the T-pose. We'll start off and get us going here. Now, we do this T-pose to mark the beginning of every take, so we know what are you doing?
This isn't my suit.
Just bear with me, buddy. Watch that movement. All right, let's calibrate. Take your left finger and touch your nose for me, buddy. We'll get the upper body. Can you do the right? Good. Can you do the left again? And right one more time for me. All right, upper body calibrates. Just relax. And now let's do some full body movements. Do some jumping jacks, and then just go to running into place. Now, animators take that digital skeleton, and they will then either enlarge or shrink the aspect ratio to whatever they're building. In case of Ryan here, we're going to shrink them down. Once we do this, we will then build a wire frame around that skeleton. Now, with the wire frame in place, that allows us to layer on digital skin. So we could use this to create anything. But in the case of my co-host here, we've turned him into a cute, cuddly teddy bear. Now, you're just not any teddy bear. You are now Ted from Universal Ted, Ryan. What do you think?
Oh,
You saw that movie, right? What would Ted do?
Yeah, some of these moves, I think.
Well, you want to dance? Oh, let's say you're outside a club waiting to get what you got going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Got some fun
Let's
for
see
you,
what you
too. Here we go. Tell you what, something for the ladies.
That was my fault. You kind of get what you asked for with Ryan here. So, Ted, what do you think of the show so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted?
Thunder Buddies for life.
Let's hear it for Ted Ryan, motion tap. Now, fun fact. Phil Tippett Studios created a very special mocap suit for Seth MacFarlane so we can act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at genius behind Universal's Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
Pretty cool, huh? But as far as technology has come with visual effects and CGI, some things just look better when they're real. Like fire. Let's take a look at some fire stunts in Universal Films. One of the most exciting but also most dangerous aspects of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt. Now please welcome back our top-notch stunt department to show you how they execute a live fire burn. Coming down the center here, that is the man of the hour, Mr. Chris Giacomazzi. We've got Joel Coryell and Matthew Bellows who will be acting as safeties for this particular stunt. Now as you see, Chris has kind of got this glisten about him. That is not a chemical peel he's deciding to try out all of a sudden. That is actually a protective fire gel that he's putting on all the exposed areas of his skin, under the eyes, in the nostrils, in the ears. Now you know what it's like when you go to the beach, you put on sunscreen, you miss a spot. Imagine missing a spot, you're going to be set on fire. Exactly. He is now standing on the prep blanket. This is where the fuel will be applied. We've got Joel standing by with those extinguishers in case of a premature ignition during the stunt.
Testing one. Testing two.
Very good.
Mike?
Yes, sir.
You're ready to fuel.
Go for it. Now, at the completion of the stunt, he will then move to this area which is called the fire blanket. This is where he waits to be extinguished. At this point, we are looking for a thumbs up. Any reason we see a thumbs down, we immediately call in a medical team. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to stress that these are trained stunt professionals using specially designed equipment. Please never attempt anything like this at home. Now, this is Chris Ted Burn. He's going to be going for anywhere between 8 to 10 seconds. Guys, can we dim our lights and also set our clocks to 0, please? And ladies and gentlemen, I need to say at this point, please remain seated for the duration of this stunt. Now we are under a time constraint. You can see once that fuel is applied to the body there's a very high evaporation rate on that liquid. So as you can imagine with a stunt like this, they want to get it right the first time and have to repeat it more than they need to. Guys, I'll turn it over to you whenever you're ready.
We're ready to rock. Joel, you set?
Ready.
Chris, you set?
Ready and action.
Lighting. You're lit. You're out.
And he's on in the uniform! 17.95 seconds! A new personal best record from our team here. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Joel Cornell, Mr. Matt Bowles, and the man on fire, Mr. Chris Giacalazzi. I think you got it, buddy. Now, it is going to be tough to top that last stuff, but I think we can by creating a scene that is truly out of this world. With the help of our next two volunteers, Malik and Sarah can come on down and join me down here. Now, Malik, we're going to head this way. Now, if you can't guess right now, you're playing the part of an astronaut in a science fiction film. Now, I probably should have asked this to you earlier. Are you afraid of heights? No, okay, perfect. Because you're going to hand off with our stunt crew there. He's going to get you set up. And you, lady, you're going to come with me over here. Because you stand right here. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Stand right there in that scar. Because Sarah and I got a surprise for you. Now, coming in right there, that is our Fisher flying rig. That is a highly sophisticated computer-controlled cable device which we use to create the illusion of flying in movies and television. So I'm going to get it into place right here. I'm going to disable it. There we go. Now, I know it sounds complicated, but don't worry. We've got an app for that on the iPad here. So right now, what we're going to do is, I've hit disable. Do me a favor, stand right this way. We're going to let the audience see this. And what's going to happen is, we're going to hit enable, but right now we can touch it. So you're going to put your finger on the green when we need to. And that's going to bring your boyfriend up and down. And now the really cool part happens right here in this purple. As long as you keep your finger on the grid, you can move them around and have fun with them and put them wherever you want. So you like that, don't you? So, all right. So I'm going to turn this over to you. Put your hand in the back there. And maybe for the first time in your relationship, you get to be in charge of the remote control. So I'm going to go check in with him and see how he's doing. All right, so how are we doing, buddy? Are we okay? Thumbs up? All right, dude. Any last words you want to say for your girlfriend before we get going? He loves you. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? You're going to take your shoe shopping on Rodeo Drive? All right. No spending limit. You got to keep her there. All right, now to complete this effect, we're going to use a technique called rear projection. Guys, can we get our background plate, please? There we go. Now we've got our space station. We're high above Earth. We're going to hit enable. Put your finger here, and let's take him up. Put your finger on the green like that. Touch. Oh, you put your finger there. There you go. You're going to hold him there. Oh, no, don't touch the wires, buddy. Chest back, chin up. Very natural. All right, now put your finger on the purple grid. There you go. Now let's move him forward. Good. Very good. Perfect. Just like that. Wave to the space station. There you go. Okay, it's all right. We're going to reset. We'll go back. We'll do a take two. Bring the purple all the way back down for me. Bring it right down there, and I'm going to go help him out. I got you. You all right, buddy? Oh, careful. All right. There you go. You good? Okay, take two. You got chest back, chin up. Perfect. All right. It just happens all the time in movies, so this is a take two. So we'll go ahead and move him forward again. Bring it just like that. Or you want to bring him up, do you? Oh, you like that, don't you? You like this. All right, go have fun. Just move him all around, wherever you want to drag him. There you go. You got the hang of this. Look at you. That was a little too much. Okay, you know what? Try and bring him down. We're going to get him back upright. I'll get him. There you go. Bring him down this way. I got you. Oh, you're right. You okay? Well, you're not. You okay? All right. That's your round of applause for him. That's right. What are you doing? That's all her. This is going to make for an awkward day in the park between the two of you, I think. You know what? I don't think I've ever had to take this away from anyone, but let me take this away for you. We're going to bring it back down. And I'm going to disable this. And I'm going to turn it over to you guys in the booth. I'll get it for you. Hold on 1 second. You're just laughing at him, aren't you? All right, you better come on over here. Right here. I'm going to get it for you. All right, my friend? You're back down on Earth. Here we go. Get you unhooked here. Alright, go and give your girlfriend a hug. Now, as we said earlier today, the concept of special effects is to make the audience believe that everything they see is real. Hey! Come on out here, buddy. There he is. Give him a hug. Ladies and gentlemen, how about an applause for all of our volunteers here today? The great job that they did. You guys have been a great audience. We'll see you in the movies and have a great day here at Universal Studios Hollywood.